Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre.
So all this week we have been reminding ourselves about what was the Dan Neen Charitable Fund. We've got Leanne and Jane with us, trustees of the charity. Leanne, things are changing a little bit by the sound of things.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're obviously it's still Dan's charity and always will be. But we've just done a bit of a rebrand with regards to what avenue we're taking the charity down, which is now the TORQ project, which is TORQ.im, and this is we're providing more of a mental health service, coaching service at the TT for TT riders, families, and marshals as well, dealing with incidences and things like that.
And you've trialled it already. You trialled it this year, didn't you? How did it go?
Yes, this year, fantastic. We had just under 20 people use the service within the TT week, and that ranged from even managers, sponsors and things like that. They've kind of, had chats with us and bits and bobs. So it's definitely needed, and not necessarily all about if the rider's had an accident. It could be just dealing with stresses of the TT or partners that are dealing with stresses. And then obviously with regards to the marshals, it's great to give them support if they're dealing with incidences. It can be quite tough, So yeah, so we're using Rock to Recovery as our coaches, which are fantastic, and we've got great feedback from them. So it's nice to work alongside them and have their support, really.
And you were saying when we were hearing from you earlier on in the week that lots of sports now, different areas of sport, do have this sort of mental health support. It's probably not something that's really been thought about much with regards to racing, is it?
No, I suppose there's that stigma around the mental health, and there has been, around all sports, but now it's starting to not become a stigma anymore. And I think that's what we need to look at with regards to the racing side of things. Racing's a macho sport at the end of the day, but we need to be openly talking about, dealing with issues if you've got them and getting the support that you need. So yeah, I think it's having the service available that if they want to talk, that they can.
Yeah, and you're actually looking though, aren't you, for a sponsor to kind of help you make this a reality?
Yeah, obviously it's a lot of funding to have the coaches, and obviously we don't just have the coaches at TT. We also have the coaching available after the TT event. So, for example, if a rider or partner, etc., needed some support after the event, they use Dan's charity code, and they can then just phone in and they get support, even when they're home and things like that. So they get people looked after the racing as well, which is good. And
as you said, it was used during TT by a number of different people, so I'm guessing the feedback's been really positive.
Yeah, feedback's been really good, helped a good few people. It's all very confidential and things like that, so but the feedback was great. It does cost, so yeah, we are looking for a title sponsor for the project, shall I say.
So yeah. if someone's listening and they're thinking, we really want to help with this, what do they do?
They can find us at TORQ.im. That's our new website. It's all been new branded. Obviously, it is Dan's charity website, so Dan's all over it and things like that. And it shows us all the history of Dan. And then it branches out with what events we have. But like I say, you can contact us on there. And if you are willing to sponsor, that'd be amazing.
And this is something really special, isn't it, really? Because I know this is a really good legacy.
Absolutely. We're trying to keep his name alive at the end of the day. And yeah, to have that support that's never been in the TT paddock, it's almost given that avenue for the charity a real sort of strong direction, which is great. And don't get me wrong, we support the likes of the Rob Vine Fund and other charities, which we still will do, but we're just finding that we've really got a good purpose now and we know where we're going with the charity, which is good. So,
and it's such a good name because it's various levels on that, isn't there?
Yeah. So obviously you've got TORQ, which is the power side of things, but then it's talk with the conversation. So that's kind of where we kind of muscled up that wording and the branding and things like that. So we've had great help from people with the branding side of things. So it's looking really good and professional, yeah.
So TORQ.im is the website that you need to know. Jane, we've also been hearing about the fact that the ball is fast approaching. Can you give us the details for this one?
Yeah, our 14 ball is going to be on the 29th of November at the Commerce Hotel. Our special guests are Jason Fox from the Rock to Recovery project and Lee Johnson, who's the patron of TORQ.
So, I mean, Jason Fox, Lee Johnson, they're big names, Leanne.
Yes, so Jason Fox, you've probably all been watching him on SAS Who Dares Wins recently, but Jason's one of the founders of Rock to Recovery charity, and I actually went to see him at the Gaiety, and I thought it'd be brilliant to be able to put the service that he provides. So yeah, we got talking to people, contacts, bits and bobs, and then he's coming to our ball, which is amazing. It'd be great to hear his stories and things like that in the background. So to have both Jason Fox and Lee Johnston at the ball is pretty special.
I mean, it's going to be, let's say, fun, I think, with those two, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. We're going to have them on stage at one point together. So let's see what banter Lee could get out of Jason. That'll be good.
And there's a now famous auction happening. Can you give us any idea of some of the prizes?
Yeah, I know. We've got some really fantastic auction prizes. We are releasing the auction prizes online as well. So if you can't make the ball, they're going to be online, so you can put bids in and things like that. Because some of the stuff that we've got, the TT memorabilia, is very special. We've got special tickets to places. I'm not really going to give too much away, but we've got money that can't buy type of prizes, which is great. So yeah, you'll have to hold tight and wait for them to be launched.
And I love, she's so excited about it. I love it, but
yeah,
she's not
it's very good
say.
stuff.
That's the thing, because of your contacts, it's brilliant, because they are money can't buy, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And we make, like, if for example, if it's tickets to something, we'll always try and go that extra mile. So you've got introductory to people, or there's VIPs where you wouldn't really be able to buy VIPs. So yeah, we kind of go that extra mile to raise that much more money, really. But if we can get it online as well, then it lets everybody get involved, even if they can't make the event.
Well, that's the thing, because of course the nature of the charity and the organisation, you're world reaching, really, aren't you? Because the TT, the racing,
absolutely.
I mean, it's international.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So there's opportunity to everyone, really. And if you're a Michael Dunlop fan, you might want to have a little look.
Oh, exciting!
Exciting.
Well, how do people get the tickets for the ball then, Jane? How do they come along?
The tickets are available on the TORQ website, so that's torq.im, and there's a link on there to buy your tickets for the ball.
And it's black ties. You're going to put your best frocks on. Is that the idea?
Yes, we've all been shopping for dresses, haven't we?
I love it. Well, it's been fascinating finding out about this today. It really has. And as we were saying, if you can help and jump on board and maybe sponsor this new initiative, TORQ, TORQ.im, please do get in touch with them, and all the very best for the future. I presume Le Dans is going to carry on, though, even though you've got this new initiative?
Oh, absolutely. And I think all our events around are going to be funding the charities we've helped previously, but the main project is TORQ. So everything's still be going. Like Le Dans will be next year. It'll all be branded slightly different, but it's the same event, and that's what the events are, what raise our money at the moment. So yeah, that's all be still taking place behind the scenes.
Excellent. All the very best with it, and do keep us posted, won't you, on how it all progresses?
Oh, super. Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre.